Good. Now, let's invoke Gurudev's grace that our mind also to be vast and not in 1 ounce of desire, 22 gallons will flow out. So now, Vijay, please start.
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
Very good. Very good, Vijay. Now here Lord Krishna is enumerating the psychological fall, the moral fall. How it starts? Thinking. Continuous stream of thinking. That becomes attachment. And from attachment, uncontrollable desire. When that desire is not fulfilled, anger rises. And from anger comes delusion, lack of discretion, aviveka. From anger comes delusion. And from delusion, loss of memory. My wisdom today is my memory. That is why especially for children, we keep insisting, Gita, memory, memory, memory. If these verses are put in our mind, whenever you're face to face, especially these particular verses, whenever your mind is in turbulence, bring these verses to your mind. From 55 onwards, Prajahati yada kama, from there onwards, 55, 56. So immediately your mind will have something to yoke to, so that it doesn't get carried away by that situation or problem or crisis. So memory, very important. And memory with the meaning. Those who are doing memory with comprehension, continue, never give up. Comprehension is more important after you are 15 years or 16 years. Comprehension more. You can even read it. It doesn't matter. But meaning, so that the essence of the meaning you can keep in your memory. So my wisdom today is my memory. And all decisions I take is based upon my memory, my knowledge. So loss of memory leads to destruction of buddhi. Our buddhi is our guiding light. Buddhi gone, buddhi nashat, what happens? No guide. And the guiding light is shut off. Imagine power outage. What happens? In darkness, guiding light gone. Then what happens to the person? Person perishes. Meaning becomes useless. Ayogya bhavati. Ayogyan. So here is the downfall. Enumerated. All starts with the stream of thinking, the psychological fall. One wife in the court, one wife told the judge, she told, sir, my husband and I have a psychological relationship. My husband and I have a psychological relationship. The judge said, what is that relationship? And the wife explains. Psychological relationship means my husband is a psycho and I am logical. Very good relationship. See that? So the root of all evil, sarva anarthasya moolam, the root of all evil, what? Vishaya Dhyanam. Vishaya Dhyanam is the root of all evil. Meaning, continuously thinking of an object which I'm not supposed to indulge in. Continuously thinking of that. Dangerous. So whenever you're thinking of some object which you're not supposed to think, there you have to be more conscious to check at the thought itself. If I check at the thought itself, then no Sangha. So whenever such thoughts comes, Satsangatve. Go for Satya Sangha. Means association of the good. Maybe books, maybe friends, maybe older people. Somehow Satsanga. That helps. So we saw how one falls step by step, tumbling down. So what is the remedy? So Lord Krishna gives in verse 64. Vijay, 64.
Ragadvesha viyuktaistu Vishayan indriyaischaran Atmavashyair vidheyatma Prasadam-adhigacchati.
See here. So even the wise person also is living in the same world where you and I are living. But you see the style in which he goes, how he moves about. So when we saw Gurudev, there was something in his very movement. When you see, you cannot take away your eyes from him. What it is, we don't know. But something, some special. You see others, once you see others, then you want to switch back to Gurudev. So something is there. Here is what description. Raga, Dvesha, Viyuktaistu. Tu. See how the ignorant person, he tumbles down while walking in the streets, falls for every object that enchants him. But here too, on the other hand, even a wise person moves. How does he move? Raga, Dvesha, Viyukta. On the other hand, the wise person moves amidst the same objects which you and I are perceiving. The question was asked, Kim Asita? That was first asked. Means Matparaha. Asita Matparaha, Lord said. Now, Vrajeta Kim. How does he move about? Explained here. The secret of how the realized master, the wise person, moves about without being affected. How? It is like applying a lotion. You apply a lotion and enter the sea. So the saline waters, the salty waters, will not affect you. But without applying anything, you enter the sea and had a long bath in the sea. And when you come back and sit for meditation, you should watch what will happen to you. You'll be scratching all over. Because the saline waters have the itchy effect on your skin. So too, when we are taking a bath in the sense stimuli, waves of stimuli, what we should do? Apply the lotion of free from ragadvesha. A lotion without likes and a lotion which is a repellent for likes and dislikes. Maybe we should bring out a lotion where you should discover a nice name, which is, if you want to get out of this itchy likes and dislikes, apply this lotion. Lotion without likes and dislikes. So when you apply that lotion without likes and dislikes, no object will itch you, will cause any itch to get attached. And then desire, then anger, all those will not happen. So like a lotus leaf remaining in water, yet untouched by the water. Padma Patra Iva Ambasa. Padma Patra Iva Ambasa. So raga dvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyaihi charan. No raga dvesha, no likes and dislikes, free from attraction and aversion. The self-controlled person freely moves about, freely moves among the sense objects. Because Atmavashyaihi Vidheyatma. He is Atmavashyaihi, meaning Atmavashyaihi Indriyaihi. His Indriyas, like Lord Krishna holding the reins of the horses. So all the senses, the reins of the sense organs are in himself. So Atmavashyaihi. Vidheyatma. And mind is held by the charioteer, Lord Krishna. The reins are held by Krishna. The horses are the senses. So the reins are held by the reins are tied to the horses. And who is holding the reins? Lord Krishna himself. The intellect, an informed intellect. Well informed about the Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Upasana Kanda. All intellect is well prepared intellect. And Lord Krishna is Jagat Guru himself, Jagadishvara. So when he is holding the reins of the mind, it's called Vidheyatma, meaning whose mind is under control, at will control. Gurudev used to say, because so many people say, control your senses, control your senses. And Gurudev said, you need not control your senses. You need not control sense organs. So you say, oh, this is my Guru. Because all gurus say control your senses, and miserable life. Don't see, don't hear, don't talk. Yeah. And here is the Guru who says, you need not control your sense organs. So Swamiji, I need not control your sense organs. Gurudev said, why should you control your sense organs? Because the sense organs are already controlled. The senses are already controlled, meaning they're in their respective socket. Eyes are here itself. Ears are attached to your head. Nose plugged on your face. Mouth on the face. The sense organs are already controlled. Even the organs of action, all are controlled already. They don't go out. Like when you're sitting in your room and something you see, the fragrance of what is coming from the kitchen. It's not that your nose is running there. Your nose is right here. But what leaks out? It is the mind that leaks out through the nose. It is the mind that leaks out through the ears. So it is the mind that leaks out. Senses are fixed, controlled. So it is the mind that leaks out through the sense organs. So it is the mind that has to be controlled. So two indicators of a wise person. Two indicators. What are they? Raga, dvesha, viyuktaistu. Number one. Number two, atmavashyaihi vidheyatma. Both. Now each one is interrelated. Atmavashyaihi vidheyatma. Therefore, raga, dvesha, viyuktaistu. Vishayan indriyais charan. Because the mind is under control, therefore senses automatically controlled, therefore free from attraction and aversion. Therefore the self-controlled person moves freely among the sense objects. So because of atmavashyaihi vidheyatma, therefore ragadvesha viktaistu vishayan indriyais charan. 2 pointers. Very beautifully given. So because free from attraction and aversion, therefore mind under control. And senses automatically controlled. When the mind is controlled, senses automatically. Remember the example we heard. Even today, Gurudev mentioned the toys, the attraction for toys. The attraction for toys is for the child alone. Child is attracted. And the parents, neither attraction nor aversion. Toys attract only the child, not mom and dad. Mom and dad are freely move in the toys without attraction or aversion. Saris, the attraction for saris is to mom alone. Dad, it doesn't even affect him. Child, of course not. Child will prefer, mom, you buy cotton, soft cotton saris, because when I wash my face, when I wipe my face on your sari, it is very soft. Child wants only cotton sari. Our moms had that. When we wash our hand or the mouth, face, where towel and all, we'll search. We'll run to mom, and mom's sari is our towel for any washing. Available. All pattu sari and all, when they go out for some function, they wear that. But saris, attraction for saris only to mom alone, not for child or dad. Dad and child freely move in the sari shop. When we go for sari purchase, hours and hours, we also were taken. And we enjoyed, because we get Fanta, we get chips, we get all variety, because the shopkeeper has to entertain us. Because then only thousands and thousands of saris, thousands and thousands of rupees of saris can be sold. So we are entertained in another place with Fanta, etc. Therefore we went. We were not attracted by saris. So we freely move in the sari shop. In the electronics, dad alone is attracted by electronics, not mom or child. Child means small child. Mom likes only the electronic boxes. All the boxes are so nice. See that? So freely they move. This is the secret here. No ragadvesha. Mom and dad, no ragadvesha for toys. Dad and child, no ragadvesha for saris. And mom and child, no ragadvesha for electronics. So ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyais atmavashyaihi vidheyatma. Free from attraction and aversion. The wise person freely moves among the sense objects. So the self-controlled person has the sense organs well controlled. And the master is vidheyatma. The mind is under the control of the master. Naturally, prasadam adhigacchati. Prasadam adhigacchati. Prasada. Prasada means prasannata, swasthyam, self-poise, serenity, free from stress, free from mental stress. Therefore, peace, peaceful. So prasada means mental quietude, peace of mind, mental peace. Mental peace is real happiness. Real happiness, true happiness. The wise person is reveling. For those whose names are Mr. Prasad, Dr. Prasad, understand. Gurudev used to say, Mr. Prasad, Dr. Prasad, please understand. Prasad means peace, mental peace, real happiness. In puja, prasad is eatable, because an average person or children, the only way to show some shanti, some peace, some joy to average people or children is only when laddu given. When laddu given, hayya, parama shanti, supreme peace. Why? Laddu. Though prasad is the last item, You sat through the puja only for prasad, because prasad is so good. Now, the next verse, Lord Krishna says, prasade sati kim syat. What happens when there is prasada buddhi? So prasada buddhi, not a laddu. The buddhi has to be in peace. The mental peace is called prasad. The peace of mind, the mental quietude. This is being answered. Means what happens when there is peace of mind? What happens when the mind has the state of prasad? And also here is a definition of what is real happiness. What is real happiness? Because we say happiness, happiness. What is real happiness? Here is a indication, a beautiful definition of what is real happiness. Vijay.
Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajaayate prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhi paryavatishtate.
Very good. Now see, all my young people, how they are also they're so aware, so conscious. Not that they chant and they left the place. They are also listening, because they have to be ready when to chant, which verse to chant. So they are also, this is the greatest glory. All are involved. This is true yajna. True yajna means the cooperative endeavor. All are working together. So here, Lord Krishna is saying, prasade sati kim syat. What happens when the mind is in prasad? When prasada buddhi is there, what happens? Prasade. When there is peace, we experience such happiness. We experience that peace which puts an end to all sorrows. Sarva dukkhanam hanihi asya upajayate. There is the end of all sorrows. All sorrows end for good. All sorrows gone for good. So prasade sarva dukkhanam hanihi upajayate. That's the glory. So what is happiness? Happiness is that state. Happiness should be that state where all sorrows end. Isn't it? Now, we also said, oh, we experience happiness only. We experience happiness. Imagine all your pleasures, parties, the pleasure of parties, party pleasure. So far you had. Did they put an end to all your sorrows? So many people told me, Swamiji, let's go for the weekend party. Let's chill. Young people, they tell me, Swamiji, let's chill. So when they go to parties and are chilling, what happens? Next day, hangover. They have something, by bump, something on the head they keep and walk. Anybody opens the door a little bit, hangover. As though the door is hit on their head. Hangover, party. Happy, happy. What happened? Hangover, happy? Think. So what is happiness? Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanihi. This is the definition. What all sorrows? You cannot enumerate all the sorrows, but the sources of sorrows you can tell. That's how the rishis, they tabularize. Even mountainous data they can classify. So the rishis have classified the sources of sorrow. We already saw Adhi Daivika, sources unknown, the phenomenal forces like cyclone, earthquake. You can't help, you don't know. Storms, hurricane, Adhi Daivika, sources unknown. Adhi Bhautika, sources known, the environmental, surroundings, sorrow from the surroundings. You know it, but still you become helpless. And last, adhyatmic, sorrows from your own BMI, subjective sorrows, either physical or emotional or intellectual, physical pains or emotional sorrows or intellectual dejections. All the sources of sorrow gone. No more the mind is in sorrow. No more you are in sorrow, because you are in that fortress, that ISI, the objectless awareness, the pure consciousness, Chinmaya. So, prasade sarvadukhanam hanihi. Even the greatest sorrow cannot shake him. Gurunapi dukhena na vichalyate. We saw this in our own Gurudev. How much we never thought that any sorrow could, never we saw him sorrowful. Always cheerful, prasanna chetasa. Always prasanna, always cheerful. Joy, oh joy in his presence. So no sorrow can touch. So in their presence, you are also joyful. So prasade sarvadukhanam hani, prasanna chetasaha. One who has a peaceful mind. He ashu, indeed, ashu means quickly, very soon. Ashu, buddhihi paryavatishthate. Prasanna chetasaha means swanta antahkarana. One who has a peaceful mind, whose mind is poised in the self as ISI. Very soon, the buddhi paryavatishthate. The intellect is established in firmness. That is, firmly concentrates on the self alone. Riveted as ISI. Knowledge remains steady. Buddhihi paryavatishthate. Pari avatishthate. Pari means totally. Asamantat. Totally. Avatishthate remains steady. Akasham iva. Parisamantat avatishthate. Like the sky, unmoving in its very nature. So he stays steady as the self. Atmani eva atmana tushtaha. So a person with a poised mind, well established in wisdom, attains total fulfillment. I as I alone, there is total fulfillment. I as so and so, whatever you get, there cannot be complete contentment. Total fulfillment in the finite is impossible. In the dream, whatever you get, total fulfillment is not possible. Whatever you may get in the dream is a passing show. And I wake up, when I wake up to that state of objectless awareness, pure consciousness, then alone real happiness. Real happiness means thereafter no sorrow. That is called happiness. If I am happy and next moment unhappy, what happiness is it? Isn't it? Temporary happiness. If I ask you, do you want temporary happiness or permanent happiness? What will you say? I want permanent happiness. If you are wanting permanent happiness, where are you seeking it? Are you seeking in the permanent or temporary? So any object I am seeking pleasure or happiness, the object is temporary. How can the temporary object give me permanent happiness? There should be some limit for stupidity. We have unlimited stupidity. I think I can get permanent happiness. From limited object, I can get unlimited happiness. Is there a limit for foolishness? So when I have attained happiness means thereafter no sorrow thereafter. Lived happily ever after. Only after prasad lives happily ever after. We used to see the movies and all. Then the end, the hero and the heroine got together, they married and lived happily ever after. When you see that movie, the husband looks at his wife and the wife looks at the husband. What? All our worries and problems and all started only after marriage. So after marriage, what? Unhappily ever after. That can be said. The olden days movies and all, that 3 hours of entertainment, they want to send you very happily. At least 3 hours you're happy, rest of your life miserable. So whenever you go to movie, 3 hours you're happy. And for 3 days you talk about it. And what happiness? 3 hours happiness. In that 3 hours also not all the time happy. Only the end. Whereas prasada buddhi, when it has come, happily ever after. This is what has to be indicated through a movie or puja. So only in the end, when you got the prasada buddhi, you are happily living ever after. So prasada alone can give eternal happiness. When the mind is peaceful, mind is cheerful, you also listen attentively. Now if your mind is cheerful, you can listen attentively. Because my mind is cheerful, I can present very well. When the mind is restless, then what happens? If your mind is restless, you will tell, Ayya, yesterday Swamiji's talk was good. Today lecture no good. Why? My mind is no good. Hindi person is, परसों जमा था, कल नहीं जमा. ये क्या आइसक्रीम है क्या, जमा की नहीं जमा? Is it ice cream that it got mixed well or not? This is more funny. One Swamiji, one member, one person told Swamiji, Swamiji, yesterday I attended your talk, and I had listened to you 3 years ago, and yesterday I attended. Hey, Swamiji, you have improved a lot. Imagine the condition of telling Gurudev that. 40 years he has been doing the same thing. This person's mind became little peaceful. 3 years ago, it was not. Because of association with the study and all, his mind became a little peaceful. And then when he listens to Gurudev, enjoyed. So when the mind is peaceful, you enjoy everything. When the mind is cheerful, you enjoy everything. When the mind is miserable, what happens? You start looking at your watch. If you're looking at watch, and because these are all the tragedies of in the live audience, especially those who sit right in front and they look at the watch. If they look at the watch, is okay. But some people, they even shake. Maybe it's not working because time is going so slow. They start shaking the hair, watch, and then checking is working or not. Very insulting to the speaker. Imagine somebody is shaking their watch to check or looking at their watch. Now and then looking at the watch. I am looking so that I can check the time. Isn't it? Better to have such seekers, such audience, such listeners or such hearers who sit quietly forbearing. I like such audience. One old lady, she came. That too, she came a little late. And then she started walking and walking with the walker slowly. And she came right in the front to sit down. And 2-3 people got up to help also. And I had to stop so that she sits down comfortably. She sat down. And then now 10 minutes she was sitting watching everybody. 10 minutes she saw everybody. Then she took out her plastic bag. Ayya, plastic bag, when you take out, what a noise it makes. Kacha, 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 the noise. And from that, she took out her hearing aid. Means till now, she has not heard anything. She has not heard even the kacha, kacha sound of the plastic bag because no hearing aid. She took it and she put it in her ear. And then with a toothless smile, she was sitting. Now, I watched. 5 minutes she sat, watched. And after 5 minutes, she took out the hearing aid and again to the kacha 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 bag, the plastic bag, and put the hearing aid in the bag and kacha 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 and put it on the side and then sat. She removed the hearing aid and put it back because it is not worth the hearing to the Swami. But luckily, she patiently sat, quietly sat, forbearing because she could enjoy in her own contemplations. So, prasanna chetasa, one who has a peaceful mind, whose mind is poised in the self. Atmani eva tushta, totally contented, totally satisfied in the self. Buddhi paryavatishtate. The buddhi firmly gets established in the self as I. So the same peaceful mind is praised in the next verse. Vijay.
Nasti buddhirayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayata shantihi ashantasya kutah sukham.
Beautiful verse. Good, Vijay. Nasti buddhirayuktasya. Nasti buddhihi ayuktasya. Nacha ayuktasya bhavana. Nacha abhavayata shantihi. Ashantasya kutah sukham. See, when you know the meaning, you can really enjoy. In the same words is more appreciated. Because these words are coming for more than thousands and thousands of years. Better to keep in the same words. However much you translate, something is lost in translation. So here is one like that. Nasti buddhi, there is no buddhi. Ayuktasya, meaning one who does not have concentrated mind, cannot get any knowledge. So the one who does not have concentrated knowledge, what do we understand? Therefore, ayukta means not yukta, means not integrated. What is not integrated? Mind and intellect not integrated. Therefore, no concentration. So one who does not have concentration cannot get any knowledge. Knowledge cannot, like a pot upside down and you're pouring water. It only cleans the bottom of the pot. Nothing gets filled in the pot. Isn't it? When there is no concentration and any knowledge cannot be got, what to talk of self-knowledge? Where the concentration has to go in the opposite direction. In all other things, your concentration in the objective sciences, the attention goes outward in the object. Whereas in the subjective science, the attention has to go inward, opposite direction. Imagine if you have to swim against the current, against the flow of the river, if you have to swim. Especially in Hardwar, the flow is so strong and we are asked to swim on the opposite side. You will be swimming, but in the same place. And suppose you want to cross the other side. You start here and start swimming, you will go there, reach the other side in a total 45 degrees. That much push But in the opposite direction, if you go, still you'll go in the same direction, same place, maybe a little closer. So where the concentration flow is in the opposite direction, more difficult. That is why meditation, we're turning towards the source. The mind and intellect is very easily flows out towards the objects, emotions, thoughts. Very easy. That's why in the beginning we have an altar and rivet all the attention on the altar. Remember Judge Ramaswamy tying the turban. That's Upasana Khanda. The Upasana Khanda helps you to tie your attention on the altar. Attention in one place. Then it gathers the attentiveness. That attentiveness, I place it to tune it to the self, to remain as I. So we may ask why there is no concentration for the mind. Why mind has no concentration? Mind is running after the senses. When the mind is running after the senses senselessly, mind is running after the senses senselessly. Therefore, no understanding. And therefore, misapprehension. No understanding, there is misapprehension at the intellect level. No comprehension. And misapprehension also. When there is no comprehension, there will be misapprehension. Think. So when the mind is going with the senses, buddhi becomes useless. Ayogya. Because mind is running after the senses. So if you observe here, B, M, I, 3. It all depends upon mind's choice. What the mind chooses. If the mind chooses the intellect, then intellect's knowledge. If the mind chooses the senses, senseless. But if you observe carefully, mind is legally married to intellect. The same quality, thoughts and thoughts. Mind is legally married to intellect. But mind wants to go with the senses senselessly. Think. Modern days. Amazing, isn't it? Mind is married to the intellect, legal marriage. But mind wants to go with the senses. Party with the senses. Party with the senses senselessly. The senses tell the mind, hey, let's go to party. And the mind says, okay. Intellect cautions, hey, test tomorrow test. The mind says, anyway, I'm not going to pass. Then I'm not going to pass. Why study? Look at that. Now, what can intellect do? Just useless. Intellect has to watch, helplessly watch. What watch? Intellect also goes. Listen, he has to go with them, with the mind and the senses. One man asked his friend, what will your son be? What will your son be when he graduates? That's a very nice question. Every place is what happens. They all want to know about other person's child, other person's boy or girl. What will your son be when he graduates? And this person is very humorous. He said very seriously, I think he will be at least 40 years old when he graduates. That person was shocked. I never heard such a reply. A great humorous father. So, nasti buddhihi ayuktasya, because mind and intellect not yukta, mind and intellect not integrated. Mind and intellect is not together. Mind goes one way, intellect goes another way. So nasti buddhi. So when the mind and intellect are not integrated, mind and intellect not integrated, called ayukta. Because ayukta, Lord says, nacha ayuktasya bhavana. When mind and intellect is not integrated, there will be no steady contemplation. Ayukta means unsteady. Unsteady has no contemplation. Like when you do not know the direction to your destination, how can you drive steadily towards your destination? You don't know the direction. The intellect does not know the direction. How will you drive? You'll be just driving around. Mind wandering. Mind is surfing. And you will be wandering. Mind wandering and you are wandering. Isn't it? Tasmat tani sarvani. Tani indriyani sarvani. Samyamya. Yukta asita matparaha. Yukta means well integrated. Mind and intellect integrated. And that integrated mind and intellect's attention is exclusively turned towards the I as I, the pure consciousness, Chinmaya. Yukta asita matpara. Tasmat tani sarvani samyamya. Tani indriyani sarvani indriyani samyamya. Controlling all the senses means detachment. Yukta asita matpara. Attachment. Concentrate on me. Turn your attention unto me exclusively. If that is not done, if the mind intellect not integrated, nacha ayuktasya bhavana, the unsteady mind, the mind intellect are not together, has no bhavana, no contemplation. In Viveka Chudamani, from verse 254, the famous meditation verses, Shankaracharya glorifies bhavana. Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Brahma tattvamasi. Brahma tat tvam asi. Atmani bhavaya. You are that Brahman. Bhavaya atmani. This you feel in your own heart. Feel in your serene heart. That's called bhavana. Bhavana, do you know? Oh, I know Swamiji, bhavana, that our neighbor girl bhavana. Not a neighbor girl bhavana. What is bhavana? It's a very sacred word, bhavana. Even all the girls whose names are bhavana, this is the meaning. What? What is bhavana? Knowing is the function of the intellect. Knowing is the function of the intellect. Feeling is the function of the mind. Knowing is the function of the intellect. Feeling is the function of the mind. Mere knowing, not enough. Mere feeling, not enough. Mere knowing, not enough. Mere feeling, not enough. Then, the merging of mind and intellect. The merging of mind and intellect is called heart. In Vedanta, the mind and intellect together, wedded together, is called heart. So, jnana at the intellect level, bhakti at the emotional level, the emotion of devotion at the mind level, the intellection, the knowledge, jnana at the intellect level. So, jnana and bhakti are the techniques. Jnana is the function of the intellect. Bhakti is the function of the mind. Merging of both. Merging of mind and intellect is called heart. Since heart is the combination of mind and intellect, therefore, both the function of the heart must be the function of both. So contemplation is the function of the heart, mind and intellect together. Therefore, what is contemplation? Contemplation is feeling fully what you have understood about from the intellect. Feeling fully what you have understood. Then, and understanding fully what you have felt. See how beautifully it comes. This is how Gurudev described bhavana. What you understand, you're fully felt. Fully feeling what you have understood. And understanding fully what you have felt. I don't know whether such words are possible. Feeling full understanding. And understandingly feeling. Feeling full understanding and understandingly feeling is called bhavana or contemplation. See that? So if the mind and intellect is not integrated, nasti buddhi ayuktasya, no buddhi to the ayukta, no concentration, no knowledge. No buddhi, no concentration, no yukta, no concentration and no knowledge. No buddhi means no knowledge. Ayukta means no concentration. And nacha ayuktasya bhavana. Where is bhavana? Where is contemplation? Where is steady contemplation? How can anyone exclusively contemplate? Because mind intellect is not integrated. Mind is not flowing with all love, and intellect is not flowing with all respect. See, two aspects. At the mind level, emotion level, it is love. At the intellect level, respect. Love and respect. Our pledge, we stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. There where there is love and respect, there arises a unique integrated feeling called reverence. When love and respect combine, integrate, a unique flow starts called reverence. And where whatever you revere, you become that. What you love and what you respect, same altar. You love and respect the same altar. That becomes reverence. And what you revere, you shall become. But if there is no knowledge, no concentration, nasti buddhirayuktasya, nacha abhavayata shanti. Or ayukta manabuddhi. When the mind and intellect is not integrated, where is bhavana? Nacha abhavayata. When there is no bhavana, abhavayata, na shanti. Peace is not possible without exclusively turning your attention to the higher, nobler. So peace is impossible. Peace is not possible without exclusively turning your attention unto pure consciousness, Chinmaya, the objectless awareness. So exclusively turning the attention unto pure consciousness is indeed called contemplation, meditation, and is indeed peace. When the mind and intellect is not turning its attention towards Om, where will it be turning? If you are not attending the yajna here, where will be your M&I? Naturally in OET. No other. Either there or here. Most of our time is here. And then we complain, Swamiji, I'm not peaceful. How can you expect peace here? Peace will be shattered to pieces. So when the attention is here, what happens? Remember the psychological fall, the moral fall. When the attention in OET, then Raga Dvesha comes. Then the ladder of fall starts. ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसा संगस्तेषु उपजायते संगात् संजायते काम कामात् क्रोधो विजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोह सम्मोहात् स्मृति विभ्रम स्मृति भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाश बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति अयोग्यः भवति becomes useless. Carter kamatna gela. Finally I got to use that. And then karti kamatna geli. Can tell both. That one phrase I know in Marathi. Karta kamatna gela. Karti kamatna geli. Means what? Oh boy, Carter. Oh boy, kamatna gela. You are useless. Karti, oh girl, kamatna geli. You are useless. When intellect is not M&I not integrated and running amat in OET. Therefore, Ashanti. No peace. Ashantasya kutah sukham. For the one who has no contemplation, no peace. When no peace, how can there be happiness? Shankara says, Trishnayam satyam sukhasya gandha matramapi na upapadyate ityartha. The implication is, so long as the thirst for sense stimuli, so long the thirst for sense gratification, even the smell of happiness cannot be felt. Even the smell of happiness. I don't know what can be the smell of happiness, but Shankara puts it. Even smell of happiness you cannot experience. What to talk of happiness? Even the shadow of happiness cannot be seen. What can be the shadow of happiness? Even shadow of happiness cannot be seen. Meaning, there is not even an iota of happiness. Chatak happiness also you will not get. 50 grams of happiness also you can't get. Now comes the beautiful two verses. Next verse 67 elaborates on Nasti Buddhira Yuktasya. And verse 68 glorifies mastery. So two verses together we chant. Verses 67 and 68. Vijay.
Indriyanam hi charatam yanmano vidhiyate tadasya harati prajnam vayurnavamivambhasi tasmad yasya mahabaho nigrahitani sarvashah indriyani indriyartebhyah tasya prajna pratishtita.
Very good. See, verse 67, one who does not have concentration, such a person cannot get any knowledge. Knowledge cannot seep in. No chance. Because M&I is turned upside down. Like a pot upside down. And you're pouring water. It's for cleaning the bottom of the pot. No use. So here Lord says, Indriyanam. Indriyanam hicharatam. Manaha, yat manaha. The mind that is running after the sense organs. The mind that follows the wandering senses. The mind that surfs with the senses. Surfing with the senses. Surfing is very well known in the computer job. You go to one place and from there it takes you another place, another. You don't know where you went. Luckily in the computer, because mechanical things, it has the back button, you can come back. In your meditation seat, when you are sitting, half an hour, you say, one day you start extra. And people were shocked. Maybe samadhi lag gayi. Nahi, not samadhi. He was surfing all over. One word came. What? Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Kumari. Krishna Kumari. Oh, I and Krishna Kumari were in 4th grade. Now he is 60-year-old. For 4th grade. How many years ago we were together? Oh, she was so beautiful. She used to write all my notes. My homework also she did. And her handwriting was so pretty. She brought lunch also. This is what's going on in the meditation seat. Surfing. What meditation? Meditation. The mind is running into the memories of the past and sitting in the present and sitting in front of God. That's why all our Hindu gods are smiling. Why? They know the condition of our mind. Sitting and look at the, and then close the eyes, gone. Where? His own. Surfing everywhere. So, Indriyanam hi charatam yan manaha anuvidhiyate. The mind that is following the wandering senses. Tadasya harati prajna. When the mind is wandering after the senses, it robs the person of his knowledge. Knowledge is robbed. No more you'll be having what you sat for. What is the purpose for which you sat at the seat of meditation? Gone. Tadasya harati prajna. Prajna is robbed, stolen, looted. When the mind starts wandering with the senses, your knowledge is not available. Tadasya harati prajna. How the knowledge is looted, snatched away. Like what? Vayuhu navam iva ambhasi. Just as the wind carries away a small boat on the waters. A small boat. Imagine with a paper boat. We used to play with the paper boat and all in the tank. And if the wind comes, boat was going nicely, wind, but gone. So too, our knowledge drowns by the surfing of the senses. The mind following the surfing senses. So, indriyanam hi charatam yan manaha anuvidhiyate tadasya harati prajnam vayuhu navam iva ambhasi. Like a small boat is toppled, capsized. So, what should I do? Therefore, tasmat. See how? Therefore, tasmat, hey Mahabaho, oh mighty armed soldier, hey Mahabaho, hey Arjuna, you are mighty. You are the mighty one. You are mighty only because you can control your senses. You become mighty only when you control your senses. So Krishna is addressing Arjuna, oh Mahabaho. You are Mahabaho means who can control your senses. Now and then the teacher has to pat the student, praise. All parents also must do this to your children. How, Swamiji? You first make sure that your son or daughter is in the close, can hear your conversation with your friend. You make sure that and he maybe you can see the person also, and you start profusely praising your son or daughter. Profusely praise in front of others. And your son is reading or something, but he is listening. How you are praising, and you know that he is listening. Moms generally, our moms did that. Elaborately praise, and we are very happy, and we pretend that we are reading more sincerely. What are we reading? Listening to mom's glories about me. And mom knows that. And then she wants something, water for the guest also, for her also. And say, beta, Do glass pani lao. My son, bring 2 glasses of water. Immediately he closes the book. He has been hearing. He closes the book and goes to kitchen and brings 2 on a tray. In a tray, he brings 2 glasses of water. And after giving water, he asks, Mom, you want tea? You want any juice? Yeah. And the relative who came, what a son, what a glorious son you have. Show off. Because you're praising. So to when Krishna says, hey Mahabaho, parents use it. Even the wife also uses. Wife says to the friend, my husband, the best. Whatever, I have to, even before I ask, he starts doing it. Just I should say, did you take care of the garbage? Oh, I'm taking care now. Just I was thinking about it. And the husband who heard it, he's going. Because she has praised the husband. So to Krishna, hey Mahabaho. And if Arjuna says, no, it is very difficult for me to control. So what Mahabaho you are? If the son says, no, I will not. Why should I bring water? You go and get it. What a good son you are. Useless son. That they don't want to hear that because you're praised already. You're put a nice viewpoint for the relative to know about your child. And your friend about your husband. See that? And your friend is jealous that you have a good husband. So now and then we have to pat. So I should also do that. Oh, intelligent Washington and other states members, you are the most intelligent yajna people. Nobody, I have never seen such audience in my life. You are the best. You are the greatest. So intelligent. Only once I have to tell. And suppose, Swamiji, we didn't know. What? You're not understanding. So you don't want to tell also. So you have to praise now and then. Hey, Mahabaho. Tasmat Mahabaho. Oh, mighty armed soldier. Hey, Arjuna. You are mighty only when you control your senses. Tasmat Mahabaho. Yasya Indriyani Indriyarthebhyah Nigrihitani Sarvashaha. Means one whose sense organs are completely under control. Completely controlled. Meaning able to control at will. Whenever I want, I can control. That is called control. Like the tortoise. Yada samharate chayam urmaha angani iva. So one who has complete mastery over his sense organs with regards to their respective sense objects. Yasya indriyani indriyarthebhyah nigrihitani sarvashaha tasya prajna pratishtita. Such a person's knowledge is steady. Because his indriyas, the reins, like Krishna holding the reins of the horses. The reins are the mind. The horses are the senses. Krishna is holding. Like when you're driving, the steering wheel is your mind and the tires are the sense organs and you are holding. How? Raga, Dvesha, Viyuktaistu, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And you drive through any road, even through DC, you can drive without Raga, Dvesha. But if Raga, Dvesha is there, what to do? Then it's not easy. Whenever you're attached to sense objects, finished. Shankaracharya in the Viveka Chudamani, he puts a beautiful dramatic verse. He brings in the 5 creatures. Remember, Shabdadibih Pancha Bhireva Pancha Panchatvamapuh Swagunena Baddha. There are 5 creatures in nature. Swagunena Baddha, they are bound by their own attachment. Bound. Who are the 5 creatures? Kuranga, Matanga, Patanga, Meena, Bhranga. 5 creatures in nature. They're attached to only one sense stimuli. Kuranga. Kuranga, not Tamil. Kuranga in Sanskrit, deer. Deer is called Kuranga. So deer is attached to sound. So to hunt a deer or to catch, they play music. And the deer is so engrossed in that music. It was eating grass, but when it hears the music, it turns its head in that, it stops even eating and then turns its head in that direction and stays transfixed, frozen. Easy target for the hunter. One attachment to the sound. Deer dies because attached to sound. The deer lost its life. Because sound was so dear to the deer, it loses its life. Matanga, elephant. Elephant is very attached to skin, touch. And to trap the male elephant, they keep a female elephant. And the male elephant in rut runs in madness. And it doesn't see they have dug a ditch. The ditch is dug in a conical, almost like a V shape. And when the elephant runs, it falls inside that ditch and its legs are not touching the ground. Legs are dangling because body is stuck. Now where will the elephant run? Then they start taming and training. If it is tamed, they bring it out and lifetime service. Lifetime slave. If it is not tamed, tusked and killed. Either way, either slave or die. So this is the condition of elephant. Kuranga, Matan. Patanga, Patanga, the moth. Moth is so attracted to the flame, the light. It doesn't know it is flame. It's attracted to light and blindly goes towards the light. Where? It's a fire and voluntary cremation. Even when you are driving in the night time, the headlights, and you are driving 60 miles or 55 miles when you're driving, and the moth, they come opposite, and then they see opposite 55 miles, and they both are flying. And then morning when you see your headlights, you will see a lot of dead flies. So Patanga attracted to sight. Kuranga attracted to sound. Matanga, elephant. Kuranga, deer, attracted to sound. Matanga, elephant, attracted to touch. Patanga, the moth, attracted to sight. Meena, fish. Hayya, the fish is attracted to taste. If you put more food in the thing and you forgot and dumped everything, finished, the fish will be doing shavasana. It doesn't know when to stop. Okay. Attached to taste, fish. And brunga, attached to smell, fragrance. It goes and gets all the honey from all the flowers and then storing, and the hunter burns the hive. Died. So these 5 creatures, they're attached to only one stimuli, one sense object. And they die because of the attachment to one sense stimuli. Shankara exclaims, Naraha, a human being, Panchabihi Anchita. A human being is attached to all the 5. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Attached to all 5. What is the fate of a human being who's attached to all the 5? Perishes. Perishous means ayogyaha bhavati. No, not fit for any purushartha. Your goal cannot be reached. Aimlessly you'll be going in your life. So now if you observe, so far Lord Krishna is so logical, very logical. But suddenly when you see the next verse, you feel a shock. What is this? Contradiction. Why Lord has to do that? Gurudev used to tell beautiful, because an average person lacks concentration. How long an average person can concentrate? Maximum 18 minutes. More than 18 minutes, he cannot. That's why TED Talks. TED Talks are all 18 minutes. But we can't just have only 18 minutes and all sessions. Board meetings. That too, serious board meetings. What do? Coffee break. Every 40 minutes, coffee break. Now here our class, 1.5 hours. Now what can I do? Can I give you, luckily now online, you have your own coffee on your table. Everything is there. You can have a coffee break. At that time, you go out of the camera and then have a sip of coffee and then come back. I can't do that. If I have to drink, I have to drink right in front of you. Is it not? So I can't allow you to go or reduce my talk only to 18 minutes. Even the 1.5 hours is not enough for me. So how to inspire the intellect? Because mind and intellect, because they're listening. It is tired, boring. So what to do? In the summer camp, I do very easily. When the children are bored, I know what to do. They're sitting down, because they never sit down on the ground. But in summer camp, they have to. Here is the place where they practice to sit on the firm ground. The other way, when they are at home, when do they sit on the ground? Never. They are on the sofa or bed. In the summer camp, they sit on the plain ground in the auditorium, and I make sure that they sit straight, back straight, neck straight, head straight, shoulders relaxed. Moment they relax shoulders, the back comes down. Back straight. See that? And eyes gently closed. When I say eyes gently closed, now the small ones are so beautiful to watch. That Om Namah Shivaya mantra is now I reduced it to 108 seconds. But even that 108 seconds, 1 minute 48 seconds, you should watch. So enjoyable. Tiny ones. Say close your eyes, gently close, and they shrivel their eyes because they don't want to close, and they open. I said, close your eyes. Again, they shrivel. And they want to see because mind is so restless. And shriveling their eyes, they'll turn their head. I said, if you are turning your head means you are not closing your eyes. Immediately they close. So beautiful to watch. So whenever you watch children, you understand your own mind, my mind, my mind, my mind is like that. That's why I enjoy watching children during the meditation session. My mind dramatized. So when they're bored or anything, what I can do when they're tired or they feel sleepy, I can stand up. They all stand up. Sit down. They sit down. Moment they sit up, stand up. I say. Now some kids, they know that so now Swami started the game. So they don't sit down completely. So I stand up, they stand up. Sit down, they sit down half. Then I say, sit down, they stand up. I say, sit down. So stand up, sit down, sit down, stand up. Confuse them. And they laugh in that condition. When they all laugh, in that laughter, boredom gone, tiredness gone, everything gone. This I can do to my children summer camp. Now if I ask you, stand up, how many of you will stand? If you stand up, you'll go where? To kitchen, to refrigerator. So I can't do that. So what can I do? So in Vedanta, it is called shock therapy. Shocking statement. Here is the next verse, which is a shocking statement. What is it? Vijay, 69.
Yanisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagarti samyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sanisha pasyato mune.
See how Lord Krishna brings a contradiction. So beautiful. Good, Vijay. So, Yanisha sarvabhutanam, that which is night to all the beings. Tasyam jagarti sanyami. In that, the wise person who is self-controlled is awake. That which is night to all beings, may they sleeping. In that, the wise person who is self-controlled is awake. Yasyam jagrati bhutani, that in which all beings are awake, totally wide awake. Sanisha pashyato munehe, that is night to the self-seeing muni. Meaning, where all beings are in darkness, there the muni sees. He is the seer. And vice versa. Meaning, that in which all beings are awake is night to the self-seeing muni. Isn't it? So beautiful to, if you really analyze. So further, we'll see next class. Good. There are some announcements today.
Hari Om. So, first of all, thank you very much, Swamiji, for these 4 days of spiritual wisdom, like a gem. They are flowing through Swamiji's words. And even in the year's end, we can collect quite a few so that our new year can start on a bright and a beautiful journey. So thank you very much, Swamiji, for all the wisdom that you have shared. In Swamiji's College of Knowledge, we go almost the contradiction of the verse is here. Normally in all the colleges or schools or classes that we attend, we first pay the fee. And then you get to enter the class. In Swamiji's College of Knowledge, one, there is no fee. There is an R added, so it is free. But in our respect to Swamiji and the Guru Shishya Parampara, we offer our attitude of gratitude to Swamiji in form of a Gurudakshina. So tomorrow being the last day, we are going to share with you, Maniji, if you can please share the slides. You can go to Chinmaya Mission Washington Regional Center, visit donate.chinmayadc.org. You can fill up your name, your email address, your phone number, and then in the payment part, you can choose Geeta Yajna 2023 Gurudakshina and add your amount. We request that we prefer that you do your Gurudakshina with an e-check. You can also use a credit card and donate generously there. If you are a little bit more tech savvy, you can use your phone, and in the photo or the camera part of your phone, if you scan the QR code, it will take you to the website where you can complete your Gurudakshina process. We understand that all of you may not be able to join the entire program. If you have heard part of it, please do contribute generously to the Gurudakshina. If you would like to send a check via mail because you don't trust the other systems, please make out a check to CMWRC. In the memo section, please write Gurudakshina Gita Yajna 2023 and send the check to Prakash Soman, Treasurer of CMWRC at 6541 South Street, Falls Church, Virginia 22042. We are going to proceed to the Aarti after the announcement, so please stay back, complete the Aarti, and then the day will end. Thank you very much again, Swamiji. Hari.
Thank you. Very good. Uday Nanavati. Nanavati is very famous for Nana. Good.
Please do namaskar to the Aarti.
See, Arati means all round you're reveling. That's called Arati. Means mind and intellect's attention is reveling all around that pure consciousness. It's because of pure consciousness, conscious of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, conscious of feeling, conscious of thinking, all because of that consciousness. So you're reveling in that consciousness, which is the source of all experience, which makes you experience all experiences in all the states. So Arati, Chindase Chinmaya Arati. So you're reveling in that pure consciousness. So therefore, wherever you are at Arati, revel all around. That is the meaning. Now, Very good. So
Thank
anything
you.
announced?
Nothing
Shri?
else. I did post on the chat for most of you. Hopefully, you've seen it. Tomorrow, we will have our usual meet and greet with Swamiji after the yajna. Swamiji is graciously agreed to stay back. And, those of many of you may not have seen Swamiji in person or have a chance to meet him. This forum gives you that ability. So please, if you would like to say Hari Om to Swamiji with your family or by yourself, this is an opportunity. Priority will be given to those who don't see Swamiji often. So let's please stay back after the talk tomorrow, and Swamiji will be very happy to. And one of the other things we do this is Swamiji wants to get to know all of us. So we are actually capturing screenshots for Swamiji, and the videos capture your face. So that way, if you meet Swamiji at some point, he loves to know who you are and your children. So it's a great opportunity for those of you who are, don't know Swamiji very well to have this virtual satsang. Right, Swamiji?
Nah. So you also know me and I also know you. So that happened, one lady called me and said, Hari Om, Hari Om. She said, Hari Om, Swamiji. I also said, Hari Om. Swamiji, remember me? I said, I don't, I'm sorry, I can't remember. You don't remember me, Swamiji? No, I'm very sorry, I can't. You talked to me so much and then you came to my place. You came to a place? Where? She told some place which I had never gone. Now I know what to ask her. I told, okay, you guess who I am. This is on the phone conversation, not on Zoom. You tell me who I am. Oh, you are Swami Shantananda. Good. I am Shanta, no doubt, and Ananda, no doubt, but not the Shantananda you met and you talked. Therefore, I want to know, I want to see you. If I see you and if I see your name and form, both I need. Sometimes I know the name and no form. Sometimes I know the form, no name. I'm also getting old. All the nouns are forgotten, it seems first. When the nouns are forgotten, you use only pronouns. Pronouns you don't forget. He came. Oh, she also came. He also came. They also came. That's all you can say because you don't remember the name. So better if you want me to know you. This small child, maybe a 4-year-old, he came to me and said, Swamiji, remember me? 4-year-old. Remember? I said, I never seen him before. I don't remember him. So I asked him, did you do anything good for me? Did you do anything bad for me? Then how can I remember you? So do something good for me, or at least do something bad. So I will remember. So this is how. So therefore, if you want me to know, if you don't want me to know you, less nouns for me. I will use you as pronoun. So if you want me, I want to know you and you want to know me, both want to know each other and fight, not fight, discuss together. Then we can, tomorrow is the day. So you can plan. Thank you very much. Hari Om.